Hi guys, thank you for joining me today. My name is Megan and today I have a bookshelf tour for you. Okay everybody, so here is an overview of my shelves. This is the way they're looking right now. Okay, so up here on the very top of my bookshelf, I've got a couple of bottles. Both of those, that one and that one, came from Michael's if you're interested. And this plant here came from IKEA, I think. These blue flowers here came from Michael's as well. And the mermaid figure over here, I believe, is from Hobby Lobby, if anybody's interested. This awesome little unicorn figure, I believe, is from Marshall's, as well as this pretty blue pumpkin. This reminds me so much of Cinderella, and also Cinder and the Lunar Chronicles. And then this cool little terrarium also came from Marshall's. Let's see. So that inside there is a cool little dragon figurine that's one of my favorites. And then the blue flowers behind all of this section, I believe, also came from Michael's. Okay, so this first shelf, these are my Chicagoland vampire novels. I love this series so much. They're so amazing, and I just finished the last one in the series, which is awesome. So then these are the Black Blade Blues series. This is one of my all-time favorites. This cool little white vase and the other two that are somewhere on my shelves came from IKEA. And then this cool little bunch of flowers, I believe, came from a bunch from Hobby Lobby. This cool little bottle that's full of flower petals also came from Hobby Lobby. And then this cool little pale blue tea tin and the other ones that are like it all came from Goodwill at some point. So this shelf is mostly young adult stuff. So there's Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, amazing book. Behind this, there are a couple of anthologies, and then mostly young adult stuff. So Hunger Games, and then most of the stuff over here on this corner is all fairy tale retellings. I believe this set, The Nightmare Affair, is a King Arthur inspired. So then we have the Lunar Chronicles, Night Circus, and then a couple of other retellings over here in the corner. This cute little dragon is one of my absolute favorites. He's just adorable. And the glass apothecary jar next to him, I believe, came from Hobby Lobby. So this shelf is a little bit of everything. So we've got the Southern Vampire series, also known as True Blood, here in the corner. Let's see, so this one here, Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore, is one of my all-time favorite magical realism novels. There's kind of a mix of urban fantasy, science fiction. Let's see, let's move. Oh, Harry Potter, guys. So these are my classics for Hogwarts. Quidditch Through the Ages and Tales of Beedle the Bard. So there's some Norse mythology here, lots of demons, vampires. These ones right here in particular are science fiction. So then that mask I've kind of had for a while. I don't really remember where I got it. I think I got it at like a Halloween store a very long time ago. Got Newt and a Dobby keychain that live here in front of this. Let's see, so mostly this shelf contains my Cassandra Clare books, and Six of Crows up here and Crooked Kingdom. Those are some of my favorites from this year. And then over in the corner behind, that little IKEA glass is one of my other favorite young adult series by Jennifer Estep. They are the Black Blade series, and they are just amazing. And then there's this cool little castle figurine that I don't really know where else to put at the moment. A cool another little apothecary jar from Hobby Lobby, I believe, and then a cute little purple dragon reading. So if you guys can't already tell, I really love dragons. So this shelf is full of mostly urban fantasy books. So these ones over here in the corner are The Immortal Empire. So these are kind of like a steampunk, vampires, werewolves, that kind of fun stuff. So these ones here, these three, and then these 5 are all the same series. And the one thing I didn't really like was that they changed the books mid-series. That's one thing that I hate. But these books are some of my absolute favorites. and they're just amazing. And then got a couple of my Neil Gaiman books. Stardust is one of my absolute favorites. So I've got American Gods here. So this cool little fake old camera here is actually a piggy bank. I believe I got it from Michael's probably a couple years ago. And then, of course, these cool little tea tins. Same as the blue one on the top shelf. I got them from Goodwill quite a while ago. And then, of course, there's another dragon. And it's so cute. It's in a little egg. Look at that cute little face. It's so cute. This shelf is mostly young adult stories again. So this bottle, like the ones from up top, it was from Michael's, and I just really love the color. So behind the bottle, there are my Chronicles of Vladimir Todd. Now these were some of my favorites in early high school. It's just about this vampire, half vampire kid going through high school, dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. And then here in the middle, this is Nora. This is one of my absolute favorite graphic novels. I believe it's one of the only series that I actually finished and have all of the books. So I'm not usually a contemporary book reader, but these are some of my favorite contemporaries. Here's yet another dragon figurine. If you guys can't tell, I really love them. And then behind the dragon, so these books here, these were written by my high school journalism teacher, and I love these. So these are a dystopian series about some kids, and there's a disease that wipes out 99% of the population. And then I know a lot of people have problems with Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, but I mean, it's a continuation of Harry Potter. I'm not going to complain because it's a continuation of one of my favorite stories. Oh, and you also may notice that I don't actually have my Harry Potter books here. They are... So this bookshelf is again mostly urban fantasy type stuff. Actually, like 90% of this bookshelf is my Rob Thurman books. She's one of my absolute favorite authors. And then again, the cool little tea containers. Those are from a Goodwill shopping trip, and of course another dragon figurine, because why not? Okay, so most of this shelf is young adults. Let's see, so these are all of my Vampire Academy novels, but these were some of my favorites in high school, and me and my mom read them together. Over here in the corner, my Divergent series. I have some seriously mixed feelings for Divergent. And then, of course, this cool little vase was from IKEA. This mushroom dude, I believe that was like a tin of mints. And then, of course, Eve, because she's adorable. This is one of my favorite Pop Funkos. So most of this bookshelf is all middle grade, kind of with the exception of the Vampire Kisses series. Those were more maybe middle school-ish. So these over here in the corner, these are my Dragons of Deltora and the Deltora Quest series. Here in the middle, this is my box set of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe series. And then just a couple of other young adult books over here. As you can see, I've got a lot of my Maximum Ride books here, and you may notice I'm missing the first book in these series. My copy got trashed, so I need to get a new one. And I know a lot of people have problems with them, but that was one of my favorite series. And then in my beloved copy of The Outsiders, it's one of my all-time favorite novels. So this is my little cubby bookshelf type thing. So in this little container, there's just some odds and ends of decorating pieces that I don't know where to put yet. So the books here in this middle section are just kind of some urban fantasy novels that didn't quite fit in with the rest of my books. For this one, this is just a cute little decorative box. I think this came from Target in the dollar section. It is cute, so I'll find something to do with it eventually. So this shelf, I didn't really have anything that I wanted to put here, but this cool sculpture of a seahorse, I believe came from Hobby Lobby. This is Beauty in Decay. This is one of my favorite coffee table books. It's like an urban exploration photography book. And then this is a cool little timer. This came from a thrift store at some point. And then here in this little cube, it's not quite a cube, there's this cool tea container. I believe that came from Michael's. And then this print behind it. This is a quote from Harry Potter, and I believe this print came from Etsy at some point. I got it for Christmas a couple years ago. It's one of my favorites. So here in this top cube, These are my Aragon books. As I said, I love dragons. These are some of my favorites. And then this is my unofficial Harry Potter cookbook. So I've got a cool little sign back here that says she believes she could, so she did. I believe that came from Rue 21 on sale. This plant here came from IKEA, as well as the cool little flower pot here. I think it's a candle holder actually. And then this gold candle holder I believe came from Marshall's. Okay, and this last little section here, it's just some cool little trinkety type stuff. So this is a cool little terrarium that I built out of a little container with some rocks and a little dragon figurine here. So this, I know it's backwards, but this is like a little printing press block. I believe that came from a salvage shop. And then this little box here came from Hobby Lobby, and this cool little metallic globe came from Marshall's, I believe. And last but not least, this is my art collection. So a lot of this stuff has come from Owl Crate boxes. The cool thing up here is that this set of Hogwarts patches, my dad put this little frame together for me. So if you guys have any suggestions on where to get some bookish art, let me know down in the comments, because I'm always looking for cool bookish art. Alright guys, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you for joining me. What's your guys' favorite way to decorate your bookshelves? Let me know down in the comments. Alrighty, bye!